Hello students, hope you all are well. Let us start our next video on the basis of elements of accounts part 2 standard 12. Student, no need to say you which chapter is going on. Chapter 10, according to your book, there is chapter 3, that is company's final account. Regarding this chapter, in the first video I told in details. Once again I want to remind you the chapter is most important. One question practical sums of 11 marks, you will get it from that. And for that no need to put that much hard labor to get the 11 marks from this chapter. Some of the systems or the process or the method I told you, if you are following this one, you will feel this is very easy for you, and according to that you will do it. Once again I want to remind you, page number 126, according to your textbook, the balance sheet format is given, both the liability as well as the assets. Total 9 plus 11, 20 points are given. That 20 points order only you will remember. Once again I want to show you, this is page number 126. This is 9 points. I want to tell you the points as well as the heading and subheading, that name and order, that you will not change it, and if you follow, if you are able to do it, then you will feel it is easy to do it. Today I want to teach you the page number 136 of illustration 6. I want to write here page 136 of illustration 6 and 7 both. Let me complete first 6 and 7, then we will come back to the 8. 8 onwards, what type of illustrations you are getting, like that question generally it is coming. But before that, if you go through or if you are able to understand the 6 as well as the 7, then it will be very easy for you to understand all the things. 136 page number illustration 6, that is explaining is required. No need to do on the board because questions as well as the answer both are given. So according to from the books itself, I want to explain. You take your textbook in your hand before watching this video. Take your textbook in your hand before watching this video and open the page number 136 and follow that one by one whatever I am telling. Before that already I told you, when you read the question, that time you will take decision that items or the accounts or the balances, accounts not balances, the items or the balances, whatever it is given, this all the balances, it is related with balance sheets. If it is a balance sheet, then is it related with liability sides or asset sides? You might have seen some of the questions before that, the balances whatever it was given, that all the balances it was related with the balance sheet liability sides. So liability sides main heading, so liability heading, that is equity and liability. Under that the 3 headings are coming. Similarly in the asset sides, main heading is assets. And under the assets, the 2 main heading is coming. One is the non-current assets, another one is the current assets. So today, page number 136 of illustration 6. 136 of illustration 6. Before doing that one, once we have to go through the page number 127 on the top. Page number 127, you are getting the assets. I am reading that assets, you follow each one. Non-current assets, the assets come the 2 are there, main heading. One is the non-current asset and another is the current assets. And non-current assets you are having the 5, that is A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. A comes again 2. One is A, fixed assets, that is tangible assets and intangible assets. what is called tangible assets and what is called intangible assets. That also it is given details in page number 128, 129, 130 and 131. That also I told you. B is the non-current investment, C is the long-term loans and advance, and D is the other non-current assets. That is number is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Once again I will tell you the number and the order and the name that you should remember. Nothing else. Only this much is enough for this chapter. Current assets number 2, that is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 5 plus 6, that is 11. Current investment is 15. Inventories means stock is 16. Trade receivable is 17. Cash and cash equivalent is 18. Short-term loans and advance is 19. And other current assets is 20. This illustration 6 as well as the illustration 7 both are related with the balance sheet assets only. Not a single item is given in the liability side, because I have seen, even though I want to read from that you can understand the balances, whatever it is given, it is from your liability side or it is from your asset side. From the reading, I am reading the questions, you follow page number 136 of illustration 6. Following balance are taken from the books of Kabir Limited as on 31st 3/17. State how this balance will be shown as per the Schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013. One by one I am reading. Land and building, you know the assets, shares of subsidiary company, assets, debtors, closing stock, short-term investment, bank balance, everything it is coming under the assets. Goodwill, furniture, custom deposit, trademark, prepaid insurance premium, bills receivable, all are assets. Then in the next page, you are getting stores and spare parts, loan to the employee, government securities, maturity date 30th 6 2017, prepaid tax, all are coming under the assets. Fixed deposit with bank, maturity date 31st 3 2020, loose tool, loan to director, temporary investment in the provident fund, everything is assets. By seeing the provident fund, don't think liability. Because provident fund, only provident fund is the liability. Investment in the provident fund is the assets. So all these 20 items you are getting, it is balance sheet asset side. So as it is an asset side, in the second column you might have seen that second column everything is the assets. If it is a balance sheet, then equity and liability. So I told you out of that 1, 2, 3, 4. This 4, that first column is the questions, the second column is the assets, and that is third and fourth. These two only you have to take decision. Under that main heading, third may be main heading 2 are there. This is third column. Then main heading how many are there? 2 are there. One is the non-current assets, and one is the current assets. Out of this only one will come. And here how many will be there? Here total you are getting the 11. That 11 only you have to remember. Nothing else. And I am telling one by one, you follow it. Number 1, land and building. Assets, everything I will not say. Second column already you know, assets. Third column and fourth column I will tell you. Land and building, you know that it is fixed assets, because from the 11th standard onwards, so many times you have written land and building in the asset side under the fixed assets. So fixed assets means non-current assets. That you keep in mind. There are 2 assets are there. One is the fixed assets and then the current assets. But here they are telling that fixed assets means non-current assets. Non-current assets, under that fixed assets, it is a tangible. What is called tangible, what is called the intangible, that already you have seen from the page number 129. Land and building, furniture, these all are coming. Building, machineries, this is are coming the tangible assets. Copyright, goodwill, patent, trademark, these all are coming under the intangible assets. Share of subsidiary company, that is non-current investment. Share is one type of investment and it is coming non-current assets. Debtors, all of you know, several times you wrote debtors in the 11th standard. That is current assets, and current assets come under trade receivable. It is coming under the trade receivables. So do you understand what I said? I want to tell you, first column is the question, second column is the all the are coming under the assets only, third column it will come main to heading. Main to heading is the one is the fixed assets, other is the current assets. That means one is the non-current assets, other is the current assets. Either it will be written non-current or current. And here it will come the last column, which is the sub-heading, that is page number 127. जो 20 items are given, not 20, 11 items are given. That 11 item it will come one by one. So debtors is the current assets. It is coming under the trade receivables. Closing stock also you know the current assets, and all type of stocks are coming under the inventories. Closing stock, opening stock, work in progress, goods in transit. Whatever this type of goods are coming, the stock are coming, it is coming under the inventories. Short-term investment, current assets, current investments. Bank balance, current assets, it is coming cash and cash equivalent. Keep in mind, bank balance and cash. Bank balance and cash both are current assets, but it is coming under the cash and cash equivalent. Goodwill, all of you know, non-current assets, meaning fixed assets. Non-current assets का अंदर fixed assets का अंदर intangible. Just now I told you, furniture is a non-current assets, which is fixed assets, tangible. Custom deposit, it is the non-current assets, long-term loans and advance. That means what type of loans you are given for that it is your assets, not taken. Taken if it is there, then it is a liability. So non-current assets, long-term loans and advance, it is coming under this heading. Trademark, already I told you, non-current assets, fixed assets, intangibles. Trademark is coming non-current assets, fixed assets and intangible. Prepaid insurance, current assets. This is coming, prepaid insurance is coming paid in advance. You paid in advance is current assets, other current assets. Bills receivables, trade receivable में जाएगा. Bills receivables, assets, current assets, trade receivable. Bills receivables and debtors both are coming under the current assets and trade receivables. Stores and spare parts, it is a current assets. Inventories, I told, any type of stock or any type of store. Store means that goods you have stored, kept in godown, is coming under the inventories. So it is coming stores and spare parts, assets, current assets, inventories. Loan to employee, non-current assets. Loan to employee, non-current assets, long-term loans and advance. Government securities, that you have deposited money. Maturity date is 30th/6/17. 30th/6/17 means it is coming under the current assets and current investment. So it's short type of investment. Prepaid tax, just now we have seen that one. The prepaid insurance. If prepaid insurance is coming current assets and other current assets, so prepaid tax also is coming current assets and other current assets. Fixed deposit, also assets. Non-current assets, that is non-current investment. All type of deposit or all type of investment, it is coming under the investments. Loose tool, current assets, inventories. I told loose tool is what type of goods, store or a stock, that is coming under the inventories. Loan to the director, current assets, short-term loans and advance. You have given the loan to director, not loan from director. Loan to director, current assets, short-term loans and advance. Investment in provident fund. Investment in provident fund is also one type of investment, and you have invested money into the provident fund. It is your assets, and it is what type of assets? Non-current assets, and it is coming the non-current investment. Once I told you, but once is not enough for you. At least before watching this video, page number 126 and 127, I will tell you from 126 to 130 this page number twice or thrice if you read, then not a single illustration as well as the exercise will not create any problems for you. So you also read more than 2 times so that you can understand what type of questions is given. Next we are coming the page number 138. Page number 138 of illustration 7. Same like that. 138 illustration 7. Once again I am reading the questions. By reading the question I told several times that you take decision whether these all balances are taken from liability side or in the asset side. If it is asset side, then first column and second column it is ready for you. Third column also 50% are ready. You have to write current assets or non-current assets. Only the last column you have to remember. That also you know. The fixed assets, tangible assets, intangible assets, investment, inventories, trade payables, trade receivable, loans and advance and other current assets. The number you have to remember. Number started from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is called non-current assets. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That is coming current assets. How we will show the following balances in the balances of the company as per the Schedule 3? Same thing of the Companies Act 2013. Loose tool, leasehold assets, debenture redemption fund investment. The word investment you keep in mind. Debenture redemption fund तक बोलेगा तो अलग हो जाता है. Debenture redemption fund investment, electricity deposit, debentures of others company redeemable during the next year, advance given to the creditors, copyrights, debenture discount to be written off during next year, debenture discount to be written off after next year, to be next year and after next year, one is short term and the long term, units of mutual fund, short period, short term, share of the other company, long period, long term, work in progress, that is inventories, vehicles, assets, checks received from the debtors, one type of cash or cash equivalent, interest accrued on investment assets, computer assets, computer software assets, rent paid in advance, also assets, machinery, also assets and machinery to be sold during the next year, also assets. So you are getting total 20 items, and all these 20 items you have seen that one all are related with the assets only. So first column and second column it is ready for you. If you count like serial number, then third column also. Now third column, the two columns, two things you have to remember that I told you, non-current assets and current assets. Only the last column you have to remember. So page number 138, take your book in your hand and one by one I am following it. That also you follow it. Loose tool. First and second I will not say. The current assets, inventories, previous illustration you have seen. Loose tool is the current assets and it is coming under the inventories. Then leasehold assets. Leasehold assets is coming fixed assets and tangible. Leasehold assets is a fixed leasehold land, leasehold building. So land and building it is coming fixed assets or tangible. Fixed assets means non-current assets. Debenture redemption fund investment. I told investment means the one type of investment that is non-current investment में आ जाएगा. तो non-current assets and non-current investment. Debenture redemption fund investment, it is non-current assets and non-current investment. Electricity deposit, non-current assets. Long term, this is long term is coming. Long term loans and advance. Electricity deposit, it is coming assets and non-current assets, but it is a long-term loans and advance. Number 5, debentures of others company, current assets, current investment. Debenture of others company, but redeemable during the next year. Redeemable during the next year is sorry, it is coming current investment. Advance given to the creditors. Advance given to the creditors, current assets. But it is a short-term loans and advance because creditors के साथ जो भी डील होता है वो only short-term ही होता है. Copyright, already I told you previous one. Copyright, trademark, goodwill, patent, this all coming non-current assets under the fixed assets intangible. Number 8, debenture discount to be written off during next year, that is current assets and other current assets. Current assets under other current assets that is coming. Debenture discount to be written off during next year, assets under current assets and others current assets. Number 9, debenture discount to be written off after next year, that is non-current assets and other non-current assets. Same thing like that, the previous one. Units of mutual fund for short term. Units of mutual fund for the short term, that is coming current investment, and current investment always comes under the current assets. So units of mutual fund, current investment, current assets. Share of other company for long term. Share of other company for long term, that is non-current investment, non-current assets. Work in progress, current assets, inventories. I told work in progress का meaning होता है some of the goods, it is neither kept in the raw material goods go down, or it is not making the finished product till now. The process is going on. It's called work in progress. It has gone from the raw material go down, but it has not reached to the finished product go down. The middle it is there. The process is going on. It's called work in progress, and it is one type of goods or the stock. So it is coming under the heading inventories. Because all of you know non-current assets, fixed assets, because because several times you have written in the 11th standard. Check received from the debtors, current assets. Check, cash, bank, सब current assets में आएगा. Check received from the debtors, it is coming current assets, cash and cash equivalent. Number 15, interest accrued on investment. इंटरेस्ट एक्रूड मतलब होता है दैट इज ड्यू टू बी रिसीव्ड. आउटस्टैंडिंग का मतलब होता है ड्यू टू बी पेड. जनरली सैलरी आउटस्टैंडिंग मीन्स इट इज ड्यू टू बी पेड. एक्रूड मीन्स इट इज ड्यू बट टू बी रिसीव्ड. accrued interest accrued on investment, assets, current assets, other current assets, computer or non-current assets, fixed assets. Computer is your fixed assets. There is a land, building, furniture, machineries, like that. Computer also is coming under the fixed asset. It is a tangible. Computer software, non-current assets, fixed assets, intangible. Computer software is the intangible. Computer is the fixed assets, tangible. But computer software is the fixed assets of intangible. That you keep in mind. Both are not same. Both are assets, but one is tangible and one is intangible. Software is the intangible. Rent paid in advance. Others current assets. Current assets. Rent paid in advance is coming. Other current, जो कि paid in advance होगा तो other current assets में आ जाएगा. Machinery तो already you know. The fixed assets, non-current assets, tangible. Just now I told. Machinery, and machinery to be sold off, that is called other current assets and current assets. Machinery is the fixed assets, and machinery to be sold. Now immediately it will be converted into the cash. Further to be said that it is coming under the current assets. See, make the difference between these two. Computer software, machinery is to be sold off during the current year. Machinery is assets, fixed assets, tangible, but machinery to be sold to the next year is coming current asset. Why? Because it will be immediately converted into the cash. It is coming into the considered as a cash for that. Hope you are understanding. I told once, but it is once is not enough for you. You have to read more than 2 or 3 times. Then only. Here you see 20 plus 20, 40 items from illustration 6 as well as illustration 7 I explained. Out of that you will find out that I think there are the 10 to 15 items are common, which you have got from 6 and the same it was repeated in the illustration 7 also. But out of this 50, 40, 20 plus 20, 15 if you deduct to 25 items you are getting. But out of the 25 items already you know there are about 15 to 18 items already you know from the 11th standard. Only the new things, that is 10 to 12 items which are coming new for you. Only this much only you have to remember so that it will be very easy for you to understand. Okay, just now what I taught you, the illustration 6 and illustration 7, that was idea. It was given the asset sides, what are the things are coming, and main heading, sub heading, what is this. But let us start one practical sums from illustration only, as it is given in related with the assets only. Now I will give you one idea to you. That idea you will follow so that it will be easy for you. Let me read the question first, page number 139 of illustration 8. 139 of illustration 8. After reading the questions, you will take decision whether you have to draw the assets items or liabilities item. Already I have written it here, but by reading the questions you have to take the decision. Following balance are taken from the books of Vijay Limited as on 31st 3/17. Prepare a statement indicating assets of balance sheet as on 31st 3/17 as per the Schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013. This is all Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. Matlab, according to the Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013, we have to make that balance sheet asset side format. Balance sheet asset side format, what it is there, several टाइम I told पेज नंबर 127 में है. आपको क्या करना है? Let me read the question after that I will tell you what you have to do. Fixed assets, tangible, cash and cash equivalent, long-term loans and advance, inventory, other non-current assets, non-current investment, current investment, trade receivables, short-term loans and advance, others current assets, and fixed assets tangible. You might have seen all are assets. If all are assets, then liability side format we will not draw. Which format we will draw? Asset side format we will draw. And asset side, how many items are there? 5 plus 6, 11 items are there. In your questions also 11 items are there. That does not mean all will come inside, but maybe, may not be. What we will do, that format what I wrote, that is page number 127 में वो format है, आप पहले देख लीजिए. Open the page number 127. 127 page number, that format whatever it is given, that format only I am written here. That is assets, non-current assets, fixed assets, tangible, intangible, non-current investment, long-term loans and advance, others non-current assets, then current investment, current inventories, trade receivable, cash and cash equivalent, short-term loans and advance, and other current assets. I told you the order or the name that you should not forget, that you have to keep in mind. Here, if I put the number, then also you can understand. Because 1 to 9 liability, then this is 10, this is 11, this is 12, this is 13, this is 14. Similarly, it started here, this is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. फॉर्मेट यू राइट है, जस्ट छाप देना है. इसका बाद जो आइटम विच आर द बैलेंस आर कमिंग अंडर देयर यू राइट इट. Sometime it may happen, here it is 11 items are there, maybe here 5 and here 6, 11 all will come. Sometime it is 9 items is given, that means 2, any 2, that you will put dash, while amount is not given. Suppose it is given long terms, loans and advance, कोई amount नहीं है, तो आप यहाँ dash कर दो. Suppose inventories में कोई नहीं है, यहाँ dash कर दो, तो 2 dash हो गया, तो बाकी 9 items लिखे हैं. यहाँ you are getting all 11 items. This all 11 items, after writing this all, which are coming under where, there you will write it. But you will start, you will not search like that way. Tangible assets कौन सा है, पहले इसको tangible assets में लिख दो. Not that direct like that we will do. What we will do? First we will come in the fixed assets. Tangible 8 lakh. Fixed assets tangible already you have seen it here. Fixed assets tangible 8 lakh. So you have to write 8 lakh. Next, you are getting, according to your question, cash and cash equivalent. How much? 60,000. Cash and cash equivalent you are getting it here. Cash and cash equivalent 60,000. Then you write 60,000. Don't write here 60,000. Next, you are getting long-term loans and advance 34,000. Long-term loans and advance one column you are getting. Long-term loans and advance. That is how much? 30,000. Next, you are getting the inventories 30. How much? 43,000 inventories. Inventories 43,000. You are getting inventories there 43,000. Same thing, only question को copy कर देना है, nothing is there. Others non-current assets 31,000. Others non-current assets 31,000. Next you are getting non-current investment 27,000. Non-current investment 27,000. You are getting here non-current investment 27,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one more is left. Non-current investment program. Next is coming current investment 29,000. Current investment. Where are we getting current investment? 29,000. Like that, one by one I am not telling. There you will get the tangible assets 50,000. You will get it. Tangible assets 50,000. That also you will get it. There are 2943. Then you will get trade receivables 56,000. That you will get from questions 56,000. Then 60,000. Then short-term loans and advance. That also is given in the questions 40,000. And you are getting other current assets of rupees 8,000. Very easy. एक बार आपको this फॉर्मेट याद रखना है तो हो गया. बार बार मैं बोलता हूँ पेज नंबर 126, पेज नंबर 127 और द लायबिलिटी एंड एसेट्स के फॉर्मेट याद रखना है. जो अमाउंट जहाँ जाएगा वहाँ लिख देना, बाकी कुछ नहीं है. वेरी इजी. So total 9,42,000 is coming in here. 9,42,000 is the total of this book. This is non-current assets and current assets 2,38,000. 2,38,000 is that current assets, and if you add it, you will get 11,80. 11,80,000 is coming total assets. That is written here. But very easy. Like the questions you have to make practice. Next video I will teach you some of the questions how it will be solved from your exercise. Also after completing I will give some extra sum to you also. You follow it once or twice or thrice. Even though if you do not understand, through WhatsApp, not through YouTube. Through WhatsApp you give me the questions, I will give the answer to you. Okay? Bye.